Okay, so get this. I started reading A Princess and a Boy's Love for Work.
Yeah.
Expecting like the usual princess stuff. Damsel in distress, charming prince, happily ever after,
Right. The
Yeah,
classic tropes.
exactly. But this story, like, totally threw me for a loop. I mean, it was deep. Like, made me think about, society and stuff way more than I thought a fairy tale would.
Interesting.
Yeah. So let's dive into this thing. So we've got, obviously, Princess Arish, and she's like, totally over living in a palace, feels trapped. And then there's Hassan, hardworking guy, but Jarish is super drawn to him. And it all starts with that first meeting, like, bam.
It is really interesting how the writer sets that up right away, that contrast, I mean, Zarish has everything materially, but it feels totally stuck.
Yeah.
And Hassan's out there working his butt off just to survive, but there's just something about him that's something that just pulls her in.
Yeah. It's like she sees this spark in him. Not like literal sparks, but
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
Right.
It's more like his hope, his courage, that fearlessness he has, even though things are tough for him.
I see what you mean.
It makes you wonder,
Yeah.
right? Like, what is it about Hassan that really hooks Zarish? Is it just like a handsome dude thing? Or is there something deeper going on?
I definitely think it's deeper. Like, Zarish sees in Hassan maybe someone who gets it, someone who wants more out of life too, even though they come from such different backgrounds. And their talks at night, those secret meetings, that's where it really comes out, right? You have Zarish dreaming of breaking free and Hassan just trying to make it day by day. But they connect on this really honest level, this shared simplicity,
Yeah.
those big dreams for the future.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool.
And Hassan even says something that I thought was super powerful. He tells her, leaving the palace life is not easy, but if you want it with all your heart, anything is possible.
Oh, yeah, that's a good one.
It's like he's giving her permission to go for it,
Mm.
to defy what everyone expects of her.
Totally. It's like he's saying, you got this. And then boom, the king finds out about their little rendezvous. And, well, let's just say he doesn't exactly send Hassan a congratulatory fruit basket.
Oh, man, no. Hassan ends up in prison, and things get real fast.
The stakes go way up.
For real. But what's amazing is that Zarish doesn't crumble under pressure. She's like, nope, I'm not giving up on this.
Yeah.
She stands up to her dad, king dude, and chooses Hassan over like all the royal perks.
She puts it all on the line for love.
Straight up. And the king, instead of just letting Hassan walk, throws down these crazy challenges.
3 impossible tasks. Classic fairy tale move, right?
Oh, yeah, for sure. But I was thinking, these tasks, they're not just random. Each one is like a window into Hassan's character. That first test, spending the night freezing his buns off.
Right.
This shows how tough he is, how much he can take.
His resilience, his determination, doesn't give up easily.
Exactly. And there's the whole wild horse thing, It's not about being the strongest. It's about smarts and patience. Like, Hassan figures out how to tame this beast, not by overpowering it, but by understanding it.
Outsmarting the problem, not just trying to muscle through it. That says a lot about his approach to challenges.
And then that third test,
Yeah.
the treasury chest thing, I mean, come on. That's where it gets really wild.
Yeah, filling a treasury chest. Seems pretty straightforward. Until you find out what he fills it with.
He doesn't just load it up with gold and jewels.
Yeah.
He fills it with, get this, the wealth of love and sincerity from the people. Like, what? It blew my mind. I mean, filling the treasury with love, that's such a curveball. It makes you wonder, is this hinting at a different kind of leadership style? Putting people first, focusing on their well-being instead of just money.
It's definitely a bold statement. I think it shows that Hassan understands that real wealth, real power, comes from the connections we make, the love and support we get from others. And it really throws a wrench in the whole traditional idea of what makes a good leader.
Totally. He's not playing by the usual rules. And you know what? The king, he gets it. He sees that Hassan's the real deal, that his love for Zarish is genuine, and he changes his mind. So we get our happy ending, princess and the not-so-commoner. But this story, it feels way bigger than just a fairy tale romance, don't you think?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's set in this magical world, but it's really about stuff we deal with every day. Like, are we really open to love that crosses social lines? Or are we still hung up on money and status? It's a good question to ask ourselves, Like, what do we really value?
This whole deep dive has really got me thinking. So to all you listeners out there, what are your priceless riches? What matters most to you? Sometimes the best things in life, they don't have a price tag. And that's a pretty awesome reminder, I think.
Yeah, that's a good takeaway.
Thanks for joining us today, everyone. We'll catch you on the next deep dive.
See you next time.